William Stanley Goosman, more affectionately known as Stan, was a late arrival to the New Zealand racing scene. He didn't enter the sport as an owner until he was 50. What followed in the next quarter of a century was a remarkable period of racetrack dominance that reflected the personal qualities that had made Goosman one of New Zealand's wealthiest and most influential figures. Goosman's origins were humble. He was born in Mangere in 1890. Schooling lasted to his teenage years, and by 16 he was working in the bush around Gisborne, a challenging life that instilled a strong sense of perseverance. He was ambitious and left the bush to buy his own dairy farm. A keen business mind saw Goosman chase opportunities in New Zealand's developing infrastructure. He formed Goosman and Company, and it became one of the largest and most successful road construction firms, responsible for tar sealing many of the main roads in Auckland, Waikato and Gisborne. As Goosman's business empire grew, so did his interest in governance. He spent 25 years in Parliament, representing Waikato, Piako and Waipa, rising to be a cabinet minister. In 11 years at the cabinet table, he had responsibility for critical sectors, including civil aviation, housing, works, transport, railways, marine and electricity. His influence in government made him a household name.
On behalf of the government, I am asking for the cooperation of everyone to exercise a little more care. Motorists, cyclists and pedestrians. Let our motto be, a little more care, a lot less accidents. Thank you.
In 1940, Goosman turned his attention to thoroughbred racing. By the end of World War II, he had become the country's leading owner, a coveted position Goosman held for 8 consecutive years. His approach to racing was uncompromising. Goosman bought top-quality horses at the Trentham yearling sales and ensured they went to the best trainers. At his peak, Goosman had 30 horses in training and 4 separate trainers. Many were with Fred Smith, who became the leading trainer during Goosman's reign. Breeding held little interest for Goosman. His fame in the industry grew with his extraordinary accomplishments as an owner. The austere post-war years were particularly memorable, when Goosman's winnings passed £25,000 in 1947-48, breaking the New Zealand record that had been held for 22 years. The Unicorn, Taluk and Expanse were some of Goosman's best-known horses. The Unicorn raced in the era of the legendary main brace, but was considered one of Goosman's finest horses. Taluk was the leading 2- and 3-year-old of his seasons and went on to become an influential stallion at Fairdale Stud. Goosman horses won numerous major races across New Zealand. Their impressive tally included 2 Auckland Cups, 4 Great Northern Derbies, 7 Great Northern St Ledgers, 2 New Zealand Derbies, 4 Great Northern Guineas and 6 Avondale Guineas. Goosman had an eye for jumping talent as well. Town Survey won the first Triple Crown with victories in the Great Northern, Wellington and Grand National hurdles. John Rosa, a top-class steeplechaser, was also part of the stable. Goosman's commitment to public service saw him become a key figure in New Zealand's racing culture. He was a patron of the Te Araha Jockey Club, and his name became synonymous with the Stan Goosman Handicap, a race that featured on the club's calendar for many years. In 1965, Goosman was awarded a knighthood for his contributions to business, politics and the racing industry, an honour that recognised a life spent shaping his country's future. Ill health forced him to retire from the sport in 1965. By then, he had been leading owner 10 times and had won $696,000 in the process, taking 28 classics or semi-classics. He always maintained that racing was a costly hobby, and yet Goosman famously quipped that he never broke even in any given season, but a hobby that brought him great joy and immense achievement. Sir Stanley passed away on June 30th, 1969 at the age of 78. From his modest beginnings to becoming one of New Zealand's leading road contractors, transport operators and racing magnates, Sir Stanley Goosman's journey is a testament to hard work, vision and dedication. His impact on New Zealand politics, infrastructure and the racing industry will endure for generations.